How we doing, guys? Moose here, episode 15 of our West Ham United career mode, as we're getting through the back half of the transfer window, leading up to a game against Swansea City here on the 25th of January. You can see a couple of things I left in the background there. Cazorla is meant to be leaving Arsenal, and then Benteke may be leaving Aston Villa. So a couple of guys going for exits from the Premier League. But we then have a transfer offer for Downing that we reject. And then with the money I have left, I decided there's not going to be enough for me to really make a ton of deals. So I decided to use that to potentially bring in Nicholas Nkulu to strengthen our back line for next season, because I think that's something that's very important. He's a fantastic center back, and the reason I like him is he has a ton of pace. He does accept our contract offer, which puts him on 70 grand a week, the exact same that he was getting from Marseille, and we eventually do accept that offer. So a 5-year contract to bring Nkulu to Upton Park and then to the Olympic Stadium for the future. So fantastic for West Ham United. Big deal for us to bring in a top flight player to help strengthen our back line, especially with guys like Collins decreasing and leaving. But we come to the game here against Swansea City, who are currently languishing in 12th in mid-table, 23 points, while we are currently sitting 6th with a game in hand on 39 points, just outside that top 5 and top 4. But Swansea come out with a 4-2-3-1, playing Wilfred Bronny up top with Sigurdsson just behind. And they have some fantastic players that can really come at you from a number of ways. Dyer and Routledge on the wings with a ton of pace, and then Bonney and Sigurdsson with the technical ability in the middle as well as the strength. So we actually, because we've been shipping so many goals lately, I decided to come out in a little bit of a different formation. I play a 4-2-2-2, the 4-2-2-2, with Carroll and Valencia actually starting up top, Downing and Zarate in like the two cam roles, and then Noble and Alex Song in the defensive midfielder roles. But Swansea get off to a fantastic start, and they really did dominate us here in the early going. Good chance early for Bonney, but Adrian was able to simply save and hang on to the ball. Eventually falls to Bonney again, who has a shot. Adrian saves, and Cresswell able to just clear it away. But Swansea do give the ball away here. Carl Jenkinson doing really well to get in the ball. Eventually finds his way to Andy Carroll. He has a shot, but it's a simple save for the Swansea goalkeeper, Gerhard Tremmel, who's deputizing in place of Lucas Fabianski. But then Bonney with a nice ball played over the top to him from Sigurdsson. It's a fantastic save. Bonney just being an absolute menace here in the early going. Ball then played in, looking for the head of Sigurdsson. It's flipped away only as far as John Joe Shelby was able to go back and get on top of it here in the 45th minute. Plays the ball out wide to Taylor. It's eventually dispossessed and falls to Leon Britton. He creates a chance, looks for Bonney, finds Sigurdsson, who's in tons of acres of space, and he slots the ball with a nice little finesse shot into the side netting past Adrian. Nothing he could do there. It's a fantastic finish from the former Tottenham man, the Iceland international, Gylfi Sigurdsson. It's a fantastic goal, and Swansea take a 1-0 lead on the stroke of halftime. Really nice play by Bonney to lay it on to Sigurdsson, and he just gets tons of space. As we close down on Bonney, it allowed Sigurdsson to get that space, and that's a fantastic finesse shot to give Swansea the 1-0 lead. But Valencia here in extra time still lays the ball back to Marzarate. He has a great chance to equalize here, but his shot skids along the ground and just goes inches wide of the post. So we do head into halftime down 1-0. And Swansea again with another chance here. Routledge coming forward, lays it off for Bonney. He flicks it back to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson tries another finesse shot, but Collins with a great block. Then he dives in, makes a fantastic tackle, and eventually we do force the ball away for a corner, which does come to nothing. So some good defending by James Collins, who's done really well. I've actually been playing him in place of James Tompkins because of how well he's played. But Bonney makes a fantastic forward run there, splits through the defense. Great pass by John Joe Shelby, but it's a wonderful save by Adrian, thankfully, to keep things at 1-0. Valencia then does well, gets through here on a pass by Downing, and I wasn't sure what Tremmel was going to do here. Eventually went for the chip, thinking Tremmel was coming out. He didn't come out. He stood up tall, and Valencia's chance goes wasting. But then Zarate plays the ball into Matt Jarvis, who's come on as a substitute. He has a shot, but it's just high, wide, and not very handsome. Not a great strike there. And Marcin, who also come on as a substitute, comes in trying to make a ton of space for himself. Goes on an amazing run here. Got through the defense a little bit luckily. Eventually creates some space for himself. Runs all the way down towards the corner flag, where he lays the ball off to Zarate. Zarate used a great fake shot to get around John Joe Shelby. Uses pace, comes in as a shot, and goes inches wide of the post. So another chance goes begging as we get closer and closer to the end of the game. We start throwing the kitchen sink out. Ravel Morrison here on the right side of the area comes in, plays the ball across. Probably had a chance for Zarate, but falls away to Andy Carroll. He has a shot. Tremmel gets a hand on it just to keep it away, and eventually the follow-up falls into the hands of Tremmel, and he keeps things where they stand. But a beautiful ball played over the top by Zarate into the feet of Andy Carroll. He's got a ton of space, a lot of room on Jordi Amat here. Comes forward and Tremmel again with another save. So the goalkeeper standing tall, the 36-year-old goalkeeper of Swansea standing tall, keeping West Ham United at bay. Jarvis then on the ensuing corner from that Carroll chance plays the ball in, looks for the header of Ravan Morrison. He gets a head on it, but it's another simple save for Tremmel to keep things where they stand. And as it goes, he's going to boot the ball long. 5 minutes of stoppage time to be played. It falls away to Sigurdsson, eventually to Montero, but he has a strong touch. Valencia gets in, knocks it away. Zarate plays the ball wide to Matthew Jarvis. He sees the run of Alexander Song, who's so far forward, plays it to Morrison, and Ravan Morrison inches away from leveling the score. He got it past Tremmel, but just inches away from the goal. And then another chance here in so deep into extra time. Valencia plays the ball back to Winston Reed, who's come forward. We push the center halves forward to try and get a goal here. Plays it to Valencia. He has a shot, hits the post against Swansea City, and they're forced to just clear the ball away as far as they can. And Matt Jarvis then takes the throw and plays the ball into Marzarate. He comes in, going to whip the ball and looking for the head of Andy Carroll. It's blocked by Swansea, and from that, we send the goalkeeper forward. You can see Adrian in the background sprinting forward there. He eventually gets into the box. Jarvis then to take the corner, still trying to get back that equalizer so deep into stoppage time. We decide to crowd the keeper, get everyone as far into the box as we possibly can. Jarvis whips the ball in. It gets over the top of Adrian and Valencia! And Valencia in the 95th minute heads the ball into the back of the net, and that is the equalizer that's going to snag a point away from home for West Ham United. It's a great ball in from Jarvis, just floats over the top of everyone. Valencia gets inside his man. I think that's Leon Britton that's marking him, and it's an inch-perfect header into the top corner of the net. It's a fantastic goal from Valencia. It's exactly where it needs to be. Freezes Tremmel, and you can see the boys on the bench celebrating a fantastic goal from our Ecuadorian talisman. It's a fantastic goal, his 9th in the Premier League, to level the score, and that would be how the game would finish, 1-1. So a huge away point against a tough Swansea City side. It's a fantastic goal from Valencia, and you can see 2 goals actually scored in stoppage time. Sigurdsson in the first half, Valencia in the second. And it's a deserved point for us. We had 14 shots, 6 on target. We did hold the balance of possession, though we did gain most of that in the second half. In our best rating, Valencia with an 8.2. Zarate notably played a 7.8. Jarvis a 7.7. So some fantastic games from them. Downing, then we get an offer from PSV for the informed Stuart Downing, who did have a tough game against Swansea, but of course we're going to reject that. And we do get an offer here from the United States. And of course, I know I have a lot of United States followers. That was the team that we went with in the World Cup last year. But because there's no World Cup coming up for three or four seasons, should I reject that offer and wait for a European team to play with in Euro 2016? Or should I take that United States offer? So I've stalled that. I left that until the end of the episode for you guys to leave a comment on. But we are going to finish up this episode with West Bromwich Albion. I will leave you on a bit of a cliffhanger because of note, we didn't change the lineup here. 4-2-3-1. Jarvis staying in the team. Zarate staying in the team. Valencia up top. And we did bring in Joey O'Brien as well at right back. As I said, I will be playing strong sides in the FA Cup because we're definitely safe in the Premier League. And that means that I do want to focus on the FA Cup and potentially focus on bringing some silverware to the club. Obviously, if we can't do it, we can't do it. But I would love to have a chance to go as far as we can and at least make it to Wembley in the semifinals. So, like I said, we're going to play West Brom here. I'm going to leave you on a cliffhanger because this game actually takes place on transfer deadline day. So it does let you play the game, and then after the game would end, it would go to the transfer deadline day, the final 10 hours screen. And what we're going to do here is we're going to play this game, and then I will leave that final 10 hours for the next episode for you guys to see, because these episodes always end up coming out to longer than I expect them to be, and I can't get all the content that I want in them, but I would rather you get a ton of highlights and see how the game's really played out because it shows you how well our team's doing. But Adrian here in the 42nd minute makes a fantastic punch, and West Brom make a horrible decision. They sent pretty much 10 players forward for this corner, and it allowed, after the strong punch by Adrian, the ball to fall to Valencia. He gets away from the only defender that really had a chance of catching him, comes in all alone on Ben Foster. Looked to have maybe taken a touch a half a second too late, but Foster comes out and Valencia does slide the ball underneath the oncoming West Bromwich Albion goalkeeper. The England man's unable to make a save, and Valencia gives us a 1-0 lead in the 42nd minute on a fantastic solo goal. So fantastic from Valencia. Adrian technically would actually have an assist on a goal like that. I don't think he actually gets credited with it, but that would be Adrian's assist. Valencia then shows what danger is. Nearly has another chance there, but is blocked. Zarate then plays the ball forward to Downing, eventually through to the run of Enner Valencia. He uses pace, turns inside of Jonas Olsen, has a shot, and Foster forced to make another save. So Valencia proving what a handful he is and why he is arguably our first choice striker at this moment in time. But Adrian with the save of the season, and actually the first time we get to see the goal line decision system here in the career mode, showing that this ball did not go in. What a header it was. But Adrian with an unbelievable save to just keep the ball from crossing the line. Strong hands from our Spanish goalkeeper, and that is a wonderful save. West Brom then trying to pop forward to pick up the equalizing goal here. Dorrans plays the ball back post to Sessegnon, but his volley goes just wide of the post. We then get a chance here. Alex Song playing a great through ball forward to Enner Valencia. It seems like we say that all the time in this episode. Valencia lays the ball back for Stuart Downing. He turns back inside, floats the ball across, and Mark Noble with an audacious header from 18 yards. Who does he think he is? Luis Suarez against Norwich? Fantastic play though, and then a bit of culture play. Morrison out wide to Stuart Downing. He stops, plays the ball into Valencia. Another chance, and what a save by Ben Foster, diving back towards goal. That should have been Valencia's second, but it's an unbelievable save by Ben Foster. Durans then picks the ball, plays it into Claudio Jakob. He whips it into Brown-Day for a header, but Adrian simply with the save, and Brown-Day actually was offsides on that play, so it wouldn't have counted regardless, but it's a simple save for Adrian. And you can see here, we do make a substitute. Chiate and our new signing, Francisco Rodriguez, making his debut in the FA Cup at Upton Park for us. Rodriguez then gets on the ball, plays the ball forward to the other substitution, Chiate. Chiate lays the ball back to Rodriguez, uses some skill to get around McCauley, comes in, stays with it, has a shot, and he just goes inches wide of getting his first goal. But that would be how the game would finish. We do pick up a victory. Adrian celebrating because he deserved it. Fantastic game from him. Some unbelievable saves. So Adrian finally stepping it back up, making a couple of big saves in this game, as well as the Swansea game. Valencia with the winner, and that would be how the game finished. So a deserved victory. 6 shots on target, 1 in the back of the net, and that would be how it would end. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, we'll get transfer deadline day wrapped up in the next episode and get things moving in the career mode. So I hope you have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment as well, and we'll see you in episode 16, guys. Bye-bye.